Good morning. It's weird being here so early. I usually do later sessions. I'm a night owl. And for those of you that joined me for Saturday's vibration plate crash course, it was huge attendance, lots of amazing questions. I want to thank again everybody who took the time to join me for that one. I am just rambling for a moment to give Facebook time to catch up here so I can share this. It is big prime deal days. And there are so many amazing deals. I know it seems like it's an Amazon thing, but I want to encourage you today to shop Lifepro Direct. In the event, I have put a link to Pro's main site in the US, and there are some pretty awesome deals going on right now. My internet is not awesome right now, but up to 60% off site-wide, free gift. I'm going to highlight some of there's too many products to go over all the deals. I literally spent an hour and a half before we went live today just looking for some of the creme de la creme. And I would absolutely recommend, if you are considering any of the technologies that Lifepro offers, whether it's a vibration plate, perhaps you've been thinking about a sauna, massage gun, rebounder, whatever your flavor, there are some amazing deals. Lots of things at 45% off for sure. Some items higher than that. Just a sec here. Join me now. Okay. I think we are live in the VIP group. Perfect. If you are joining me today, if somebody could please let me know if you can see and hear me on the other end, I would appreciate somebody just confirm. And I see a couple of you logging in now. Just a sec here. It says I have internet. Perfect. Okay. There we go. Okay. Yes, today is Prime Deals in the US, but there's also some deals going on Amazon in Canada, in the UK. If you shop other sites, most things in Europe can be obtained through the UK site. I want to mention that for those of you that are overseas and have, maybe you've got different internet connections. There. Sorry, I think I had a little blip in my internet there. But yeah, if somebody is joining me, I would love for someone to let me know that you can see and hear me on the other end. Up to 60% off with Lifepro Direct in the US. So if you are in the US, I highly encourage checking out Amazon prior to, or Lifepro Direct before you make your decision. So let's get to some of the deals. I'm going to talk about that right now. So I've got a stack of vibration plates here, which is my wheelhouse. I've specialized in vibration plates for, the better part of 2 decades. And I did do a live this weekend. There's a new plate out, the new Vibra Pulse, highly anticipated for something we actually didn't do a launch on yet, but the word did get out. There was some sale units on Amazon. Just to get the ball rolling. Sometimes there's an initial amount of units available to get the listing working and clicks working and make sure things are okay on Amazon. But as soon as I shared in my group and in the VIP group a little video about this new machine, it very quickly sold out on Amazon. So the good news is, if you were first off interested in the new itty bitty Vibra Pulse, this model is the foundational movement of oscillating. So it has oscillating movement just like all of Lifepro's other plates. But this incorporates a new therapy. It's called, it's an electromuscular stimulation. So you'll feel when your feet are on this plate, you're going to feel there's 3 different levels of intensity. And it sends an electrical pulse up into your muscles. It's very cool, actually. I at first was kind of skeptical about this because there hasn't been a lot of innovation in the vibration plate world for a very, very long time. I work in the foundational medical side quite a bit, but something like this, a lot of my families, especially in my CP group, are using E-stim, electrical stimulation. So this is what is combined in this plate. I weighed it in at 11.5 pounds. I think on the box, in the box, it's a little over 12 pounds. This is the perfect little machine. So for portability, if you're looking for something under your desk, I've been telling everybody this is my new fave. If you are an exercise guru, now. If you work out, now. If you planned on primarily doing standing exercises, you like doing squats. The downside of a smaller plate, and I just want to pre-warn you, especially if you're a big dude, is it's only 11.5 pounds. You know, and I weigh 130, 125. So sometimes if I'm doing lots of dynamic movement or I want a wide foot position, you are limited with a compact plate. So when you're trying to decide, oh, what's the best plate for me? It's not always the most expensive, but I encourage you not to just go for the cheapest price, because sometimes you progress. You know, I'm only going to use it seated, or I'm only going to use it a little bit here and there at the office. And, you know, if it's your only plate, you do tend to improve. If I'm doing a good job, you should progress to standing exercises. If you're dealing with a lot of symptom management type stuff, compact plates are something I often recommend, because I want you using it frequently. When you're dealing with symptom management, I want you using it sometimes 5-10 times a day, but it might only be for a couple of minutes. So a light plate that's portable is appealing. Once you step up into some of the other models, so on the bottom here, I've got the Rumblex Plus, I've got the Mini, and I've got the larger of the two hex plates. I wanted to give you guys a visual on size so you can see the Rumblex is much larger. Why? Well, when a plate like the Rumblex or the Turbos or the Hoverts, where you're incorporating additional vibration plate movements, not features like the electromuscular stimulation, that's different. But when you incorporate different movements, oscillating being one, pulsation or vertical being another, lateral being the third, each movement type requires its own motor. So the Rumblex that has 3 different motors, the components, all of those things under the hood equate to a larger and heavier machine. The Rumblex Plus is just under 40 pounds. The Max is a little bit lighter. My top 2 recommendations, if you're looking at more features, you don't really need the portability, you want more movement styles, you're looking for more of a workout machine, I recommend the Rumblex Plus or the Max for their flat plate surface. A lot of my clients are dealing with chronic issues. If you are looking for more of a challenge, you know, you want a little bit more resistance in your plate, the 4D or the Pro models with the curve are also a nice choice. At the top of the lineup is the Relax-A-Vibe. The Relax-A-Vibe is what I always refer to as functional furniture. It's a little heated ottoman that you can put in your living room. You take the top off and your vibration plate's underneath. It has the largest surface. So if you want all the bells and whistles, money is no object. It's less of an object today once I get to the deals here. But I did go through, and the majority of the vibration plates on Lifepro's site today are 45% off. So the VibraPulse is 45% off. The Waver is 45% off. The Rumblex Plus is 48% off. The Mini is 45% off. You're not going to see these good deals on Amazon, guys. So if you've been considering a plate, it's a very, very good time to consider one. But I want you to there's some common sense things to think about. Where am I going to use it? What am I using it for? If you're not an exercise guru right now, a vibration plate isn't going to turn you into one. And a lot of my clients have second plates and third plates. Why? Well, they've got their workout machine, or they've got their dedicated space, their little wellness space at home. And maybe you want one in the office, or maybe you travel lots and you want to be able to take one with you, or maybe you're going on a holiday for a couple months to the cabin. And again, as I said, if you're using them for symptom management, These little plates are an awesome investment, especially for my users that are using them daily, multiple times a day. So at least 45% off on all the vibration plates in stock with Lifepro Direct. I absolutely recommend checking that out before they're out of stock. That can happen when prices are this great. So other technologies that are always in the top of my list that I want to talk about, saunas. Let's move to saunas. The BioRemedy blanket, which is definitely one of Lifepro's top sellers, certainly in my groups. The sauna bags or blankets, some refer to them as, are a great way to get into sauna technology where you lack budget or space or both. So maybe you're dealing with a condition and you've got a heat sensitivity, and you don't really want to invest in something massive until you can give your body a time to see how it becomes accustomed to that type of technology. A lot of members of my group are using the sauna blanket. It's portable. It's something that you can use on pretty much any surface. I know Lifepro recommends using it only on a fireproof surface, but reality is many are using it in their recliner and on their sofa. Common sense applies. Maybe put another layer of blanket if you've got a foam mattress on your bed. Make sure that after you've used your sauna blanket that you have let it cool completely before you fold it up and put it away. But it's a very easy way to get some self-care if you're looking to ramp up detoxification. Perhaps you just got aches and pains. I love heat. We're in the middle of summer right now, but it's a good time of year to invest in this technology because the prices are awesome. Come fall, when things start getting cold and we start thinking saunas again, you're not going to necessarily see the same deals. The BioRemedy is 62% off today. So get off the couch and go get one for that price. I highly recommend it. I only had so much room here today. Behind camera, I have it set up and did not move it because it took up my whole camera space. I'm really enjoying the new Revivify. I always say it wrong. The new steam sauna. It's a personal steam sauna. I've got the chair for it actually sitting here. 5 minutes to set that thing up. It's a steam sauna. You can use it indoor. Some of you may use it outdoor. Really takes up very little space. It's a 36-inch by 36-inch footprint, and it is completely collapsible. So that was launched just a couple of weeks ago. It is 45% off. So the Revivify Steam Personal Sauna. Another favorite, which no, I definitely could not fit in my basement here today, is the Zen Zone. I've done a couple of videos, Roseanne and Amber has as well, on the Zen Zone sauna. It is an outdoor wood-fired traditional sweat lodge. I love it. It's the new pop-up tent style. 2 people will have that thing set up in under 5 minutes. I recommend if you're looking at the Zen Zone outdoor sauna, guess what, guys? It's 45% off right now. So huge savings on some of these larger items. The wood stove that comes with the Zen Zone, make sure that you season it first. I was so excited to set up and do a demo. I got my little fire lit and I took a video of that to share separately from the sauna. And then I forgot about the new smell. So give the wood stove itself one burn before you physically join it in the sauna, just to let it off gas, those new paint smells, those type of things. I've really enjoyed that, and it gets hot fast. It really brings on a sweat. So yes, a few sauna deals. Again, the BioRemedy 60% off, 2% off the blankets. The Revivify Steam Sauna and the Zen Zone Outdoor Sauna are 45% off. There are other saunas on sale. So if this is a technology you've been looking towards the fall or making some space for, now is the time to jump on it. There's the box saunas, there's the red light saunas, there's the dome sauna. There's all kinds of options available depending on your space and budget, which is going to be impacted a little bit less with the prime deals today. Massage guns, always a popular favorite. I kind of go through these phases with massage guns. Lifepro's got so many awesome tools right now. Compared to 3-4 years ago, the variety has just gone through the roof. All of my massage guns are out on loan right now, and for a reason that many people don't really think about. A massage gun, we traditionally think, we're massaging and working our body, but I deal with a lot of people that lack hand strength, grip strength. They've got neuropathy in the hands. And where mobility is poor or budget is low, a massage gun is a fantastic way to develop hand strength. It's going to boost circulation and lymph in that local area. And not by doing this kind of thing. A lot of the use that I'm recommending with my folks I'm treating at home right now are just hanging on to it, laying it on their lap, laying it on their hip, which is sore, or whatever else part of their body. And as the strength in the hand develops, you're going to be able to maneuver it a little bit more. So massage guns are a very universal tool. They're perfect on the go to get relief, whether it's symptoms, a workout after the gym. There's quite a few good deals. The Sonic gun right now is on for 36% off, direct with Lifepro, well under $100. Another massage tool that I haven't talked about in a while, but is a common one with many of our existing members. This product's been on the shelf a long time. The Oculux eye massager, that's 31% off today, direct with Lifepro. If you suffer from tension, headaches, you just want to shut the world out for a little while. I love combining the Oculux with the BioRemedy blanket. So while I'm laying in my sauna doing my thing, I have the eye massager on my face. It's an awesome way to reduce treatment time or self-care time, whatever you want to refer to it as, and get more benefit in a shorter time frame. So I love using the Oculux I tuck a little towel or a little face cloth on my forehead because I tend to sweat pretty good. Just a little tip. The Jump Track Rebounder. No, there is no way I was getting that thing back inside here this morning. I've been using mine outside on my deck and in my little shed. There are two models. There is the Pro and there is the Light, different weight capacities, up to 225 on the Light. I believe up to 3 and change on the large. I don't have that in front of me. I'll have to double check that. They are both 45% off today. So brand new product last month. If you've been considering a rebounder, a lot in my groups are using rebounders as a means to move lymph. There is never one best way to do that. A lot of my users like to combine their vibration plate with a rebounder to mix things up. The vibration plate is the ultimate warm up and recovery to anything else. So if you are considering a rebounder, a sauna, any of the things I'm talking about today, and you already have a vibration plate or you're thinking about one, a common question I get is, well, what order should I do them in? So I always recommend using your plate for a couple, 3 minutes prior to other treatments or exercise, just to get those muscles loose, get the blood and circulation and lymph flowing, loosen things up, reduce injury. And if you are dealing with lymphatic or immune issues and you want to just, give your body a little bit of an extra boost after your session, perhaps you're working on detox, it's totally fine to do a couple, 3 more minutes if time allows after your sauna, after your workout, whatever it is that you may be working on. Red light. There's pages and pages of deals on red lights. Hello, Glenna. Hello, Miss Wilson. I'm assuming you guys can hear me rambling on the other end. 3 that I wanted to highlight, but literally there are pages of things 40, 45% off and better. The Aliva body mat, the red light mat, it's the size of a single body mattress. One-sided, there is the full blanket as well, but the Aliva body mat is 45% off. As I said, some of these larger ticket items, if you've been considering them, 45% off really knocks that price down. So it's 45% off today. The Aliva red light belt is 64% off. And I get a lot of questions, well, why is it so much cheaper than the other ones? It does not have the new battery packs, which isn't a necessity. When I'm doing mine, I'm sitting on the couch and I've got mine plugged into the wall, and it does not have vibrate. So some of the newer models, the Pro models, has a vibrate feature. The Aliva red light has infrared and red light. Guess what? It's 64% off. I think it's under $100 US. So if you're looking at getting into, not a super huge red light technology, but you do want something for a little bit larger of a surface area. I love the belts. They're very, you can use them for lots of different applications, around the low back and the hips, wrap them around the shoulders, the knee. There's all kinds of ways that you're going to get benefit out of this. And if you're only looking at maybe one red light device, the belts are a very common choice because they're big enough to use for some of the weight loss and the toning benefits. But they're not so big and cumbersome that it's going to be a hassle and you got to lay down and commit to some time. So, and they're also portable. So you can plug any of the plug-in belts. You can plug into, there's a converter end that will plug into your cigarette lighter on your car, your power lighter, or your power source in your vehicle. The new models have the lithium battery packs. So there's a little bit more investment there. The newer belts have a triple chip LED, which means within each diode, there's 2 infrared and 1 red light. All of the other belts, all of the other red light products, and this is fairly standard, they have half of them are red lights and half of them are infrared. So if you're using red light now and you turn it on, it looks like some of the lights aren't on. The infrared is not visual to the eyeballs, so you won't see those ones actually illuminate, but you're going to know they're on for the heat that they produce. The new belts, a lot of you are confused. Why are they only 10 minutes max set time? Because they've got the triple chip light, they are what's considered a higher intensity bulb, so you need to use them for less time to get the same effects. And it's kind of a double-edged sword. For those of you that are like me and you're busy and you want to reduce time, you know, the 10-minute belts are awesome, but many of you I know are using them for weight loss, relaxation, and you enjoy that half an hour melt sitting on the couch or in your office chair. So when you're selecting a red light belt, that's just a point to understand. It doesn't mean one is better than the other. It's just one's an accelerated treatment time. So if you're looking to save time, you may want to lean towards the new models. If you watched any of my sessions about Lifepro's torches, they are a 5-minute time, super high intensity bulb diode. Therefore, they are a lower treatment time. They're more for that spot treatment. I need relief right now, maybe on the go per size. So there's all kinds of options, but those are kind of the different types of lights. The intensity will drive the amount of treatment time. My last red light that I want to talk about, I've got it on display here, which is the Bio Heal panel. This is the large. There is a smaller panel available as well. These are 40% off. I love my panels. For those of you that have seen some of my combo sessions, I've got the mount on the wall here, and I'll have it cast upon me while I'm doing my vibration plate workout. If you are in a business, you are a salon owner, you know, Debbie, why would I pick something like this over maybe a belt or a mat? If you are in a facility where you're treating other people, cleaning becomes an issue. So the panels, some of the bulbs, some of the items where it's not what I would consider a wearable, where your body's not physically touching it. You might find something like this incorporated if you suspend it above your treatment bed or beside it on a table or something. You're not touching it and laying up against it. So the cleaning between appointments would be none on this. I mean, I would dust it once in a while and things like that. But if you're using a wearable, you may need some extra cleaning time or a couple of extra belts for clients to allow for cool down, things like that. So if you want the set it and forget it approach, you've got a permanent spot for this, you are using it in a business, you may want to lean towards more of a panel style red light product. Again, this is the large, and the smaller Bio Heal is about half the size. Excuse me, and 40% off direct with Lifepro today. You can absolutely compare on Amazon in the States price-wise. Yes, many of these products and some are available exclusively on Amazon. So shop around there. You got a couple, 3 days for the deals here. But if there's something on Lifepro's site that you've been considering, especially any of the items I've talked about today, it is a by far better deal direct with Lifepro than with Amazon. So if you've been considering, it's been sitting in the cart for a while and you notice that discount, it's probably a good time to jump on those deals. There's all kinds of other things, guys, between the weights and the dumbbells and you know, some other exercise gear. So I do recommend if you are in the event, I've put Lifepro's main link in to their page as a comment in there. If you are joining me from anywhere but the main Lifepro site and you'd like to ask me a question, because I'm going to ask you about questions next, please make sure that you're joining me on the main feed in the Lifepro main page, not the VIP group or any of the groups I have shared today's live in. That will be the only place I'll see comments come through on my end. Chambers says, yes, are the vibration plates on sale? You must be just joining me. Yes, they're awesome deals right now. Direct with Lifepro, they're about, most of them are 45% off. Some of them a little bit more. The Plus is 48% off. The Mini is 45. The Hex plate is 45% off. And the new Pulse, Vibra Pulse is also 45% off today. So I absolutely recommend jumping into Lifepro's site today. If you want to look just at vibration plates, a really quick way is to use the search function in their site. Just go into search and type vibration plate. Or if you go over to the tab where it says vibration plates, a menu will pop down and you'll see all. So you can look at them all. As I said, if you're considering a vibration plate, there's a few common sense points. Do you want it to be portable? Do you want simplistic operation? A basic oscillating moving machine will give you all of the benefits of whole body vibration. Some like the features of pulsation or lateral as ways to mix it up with those combo moves, using them independently. But any of the benefits associated with vibration plates can be accomplished in oscillating. So if you don't want to be intimidated, if you're just going to talk yourself out of using it because there's too many buttons to push or too many things to understand, go with the Waver or the Mini. They're always a good choice. If you do want something a little bit more portable, you're really, maybe you're looking at a second machine you want to use under the desk, any of the compacts, the Hexa plates, the new Vibra Pulse. For those of you that are looking at the Hexa plates, the models with the therapeutic bumps, I normally recommend those only as a seated use, maybe some light standing. They are very compact, so they can be a little bit tippy if you're doing, dynamic fitness exercises, moving squats, push-ups, things like that. But if you're dealing with sensitivity issues in the feet, there is an added appeal to them because of that additional therapy. Same with the Vibra Pulse. It gives you that electronic pulse into the muscles. It's very, very soothing. You can also use it on your arms. Lighter machines, not that I'm encouraging everybody put machines on coffee tables, but I have many that do. I wouldn't be putting a Rumblex up on my coffee table anytime soon. So the type of plate you select is very much, sometimes people don't think about size and portability until it's in their living room and you're trying to move it from the bedroom to the kitchen every day and it weighs 45 pounds. So just, visualize how you plan on using the plate, Chambers. I'm going to assume it's Shelly and Darrell because that's the last name. Daryl. But, just think about these things before you take the plunge. Once the live wraps, I'll drop a video of another one that I've done here in the group on selecting the right vibration plate for your needs, just to give you a little bit more insight on that to make sure that you're getting the right one for your situation. It's easy to go crazy because the deals are so good. But again, I want to make sure that you're getting the right investment and that you're using it regularly. That's ultimately where you're going to see whatever benefits it is that you're looking for. Consistent use, using the thing regularly is going to win the race in the long run. What else can I tell you? Like I say, up to 60% off site-wide with Amazon or with Lifepro Direct in the States. There are also deals, of course, on Amazon. Whether you're in Canada, the UK, I will come back in after the live and drop some links for you guys to direct to certain countries. Not all products are available everywhere. Lifepro does its very best to provide a lineup of different products, but there's different import regulations. There's different demands. Carol is asking does the warranty if buying from Amazon? Yes, the warranty does apply. What I absolutely recommend the minute you open your product, and it's important, don't leave it sitting for 30 days and then, give it one try and return it because your return period's up. Anything that you invest in, please give it an honest try. When you get it home, open it up and you'll see in there are the registry warranty cards. So make sure that you register your warranty within 7 days, regardless of whether you're purchasing on Amazon or with Lifepro Direct. Carol, I recommend checking Lifepro Direct because the discounts are much deeper on certain products. So make sure that you compare in both places before you pull the plug on that one. But yes, warranty, just make sure that you guys register it within the first 7 days. And for those of you, sometimes there's a free gift included. Sometimes that comes direct. Sometimes that's associated to registering your warranty. So please make sure that you register your warranty. When you're buying through Amazon, Lifepro does not have your information because you're Lifepro's or your Amazon's customer. So I recommend absolutely registering your warranty. Then that gets your information to Lifepro. But also join the Lifepro VIP group on Facebook. If you're not a member already, where have you been? Awesome community interaction, lots of questions that you'll get answers to. Honest user feedback. What's coming out of my mouth maybe comes across as bias. So there's lots of people in the group that can talk about anything from results, different products they're enjoying, ones they're not enjoying, and just lots of different ideas as to how to apply many of the tools with Lifepro. No problem, Carol. I'm happy to answer that. Carol's question was, if you have a product that you purchase through Amazon, is the warranty applicable? Doesn't matter where you get it, but I do recommend with the deals today, Amazon's doing all the marketing, but of course, Lifepro is going to try and offer you the best deals they can directly through their site on the products that they have in stock, and that's going to vary. So with these prices, as I said, like 62% off the Bio Remedy blanket, come on, it's under $100. But make sure you act on some of these deals before the stock levels deplete. If anybody does have questions, thank you for asking that, Carol. If anyone has questions related to any kind of product with Lifepro, about the deals, I'm going to be wrapping up here shortly, but if you're watching this on a recorded basis, please just tag me at Debby with a Y. That way for sure I'll get a notification. Maybe, you got a couple things you're thinking about, but you're not sure about this feature compared to that feature or what might be best for that. If you just need a little bit of information to help you further decide and make sure you're getting the right product or the right type of product within a certain category, feel free to just tag me on today's live and I'll get those answers back to you. If there's no other questions, I'm going to say thanks for joining me. It's going to be a crazy couple of days between Lifepro and Amazon. So if you do have questions and you're messaging through their site or you're following up on something, please be patient. Volume is through the roof as far as inquiries, phone calls, emails, things like that. If you have purchased a product recently with Lifepro, make sure that you've registered your warranty, and certainly make sure that you do that for anything that you guys are shopping on this week. I've specialized in vibration plates, red lights, all kinds of things for about the last 20 years. And part of the reason I recommend and support Lifepro as a retailer is because of their awesome warranty. They're available as a brand in more countries than most. And you're actually dealing with a company. A lot of times when you're buying off of Amazon, yeah, there's cheaper vibration plates and sauna bags and massage guns, but the warranty, be very cautious of the warranty. A lot of them are 90 days. And a lot of times there's really not a company there after the purchase. They've given you a good deal. Here's your manual, but there's no Facebook page and there's no Debbie and Roseanne and Amber to help guide you use these products. So a lot of the reason I was intrigued initially and why I so passionately support Lifepro is because they help you use it after the sale. There's someone there to help you. And that's very, very important to me. I'm very relationship, very service oriented. And, sometimes electronic things break or you have a malfunction or there's just a faulty unit. And Lifepro is always so awesome at resolving that sooner than later. So I want you guys moving and feeling better. And that's not going to work so good if your tools aren't working or you can't even get somebody on the phone after the fact. So that, sometimes Lifepro isn't always the best priced product. They're very, very competitive and even more so today. But these are things you don't always think about until after the fact. A lot of people ask me, well, there's this cheap machine here for $59 on some shopping channel, or, this one's used on Marketplace. And there are some good deals to be had, but are you getting support after the fact? What happens if something breaks? And that's, to me, a very important thing that Lifepro brings to the table, far above any of the other companies that I interact with. So thank you for joining me. Olga says she's interested. Again, if you do have questions and you're watching this on a recorded basis, tag me at Debby with a Y. Get shopping, check Lifepro first, and have a great rest of your week. There's going to be more lives coming up with Roseanne for sure, and perhaps Amber this weekend. So happy shopping. Have a great week, and don't work too hard. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you guys next week, probably on Tuesday evening for another session. Keep an eye on the events channel, and I'll post a link to that as well at the end of the feed. Have a great day, guys.